Welcome to the BPA platform tool demonstration videos from Codeless platforms. Here are the objectives, required tools, and approximate running time for this video. On completion of this exercise, we will be creating tasks that will retrieve our account balance from an SMS request and send back a message with our current account balance using the retrieve and send text message tools. This will be broken down into several short videos that cover the objectives listed in the accompanying documentation. This video is part 1 of 3. The parse text step will pass the account number from the text message to the ODBC step. This will query the database for the account number and balance. The VBScript step will then store this information as a variable to pass it onto our next task. To start, let's open BPA platform and create a new task. Let's name it Message Processing Task. Then click the Design tab. Before we create any steps for the task, we need to create variables to store information for the other steps. In the task browser, on the Environment tab, with Scope set to Task, right-click on Variables and click New. Name this variable Message Request. Click on the Details tab and ensure type is variant. Tick Parameter and set parameter attributes to in, scope to task instance, and click OK. Let's create the next variable. Name it balance. Set type to variant, select parameter, and set parameter attributes to out. Add scope to task instance. Click OK. We will now create another variable. Type sender number. Set type to variant. Click parameter and leave parameter attributes as in out with scope as task instance. Now click OK. For the last variable in this task, type account number with type as variant, then click parameter and leave parameter attributes as in out, scope set as task instance, and click OK. OK, now click the Tools tab in the browser, scroll down, and in the General section, drag Parse Text into the Design area. The Parse Text step will have an SMS message passed to it from a task that we will create later, and this step will extract the account number from the SMS contents. We will leave the name as its default and click the Main tab. We now need to drag in a variable for the data field. In the Browser Environment tab, set Scope to Task. Then drag the message request variable into the data field. Let's create a rule for this step. Click Add and name the rule Extract BAL. Change type to extract after word C and then enter the value as BAL. Change variable output to account number, then tick Remove leading spaces and remove trailing spaces. Click OK, then OK again to close this step. To retrieve the account and balance information, we will add a database step. In the browser, click Tools, and under the Input section, drag Database Query ODBC into the Design area. We will name this step Retrieve Balance and Account. Then in the Connection drop-down, select our training database connection. Moving onto the Query tab, drag out the horizontal sections. Then in the list of tables, find sales_ledger and click Expand. Drag Account Ref column into the Columns section. Next, drag Telephone to and then Balance. We now need to create a criteria for this database query. Click and drag the account_ref column into the criteria pane. In the drop-down, select Equals. Then in the browser, change the scope to this task and drag the account number variable into the text field. We can build extra security into this step by making the database query match the account number with the phone number contained in the record. For the second part of the criteria, we will drag the telephone_to column into the criteria pane. The AND next to these criteria means both conditions must be met. Select Equals and then drag the sender number variable into the text field. Let's now test our query by clicking the Execute button. Then enter values for the two variables. In this instance, we are using the account number ASL001. We can now see the query has worked correctly and returned the account balance. Click OK to close the step. We will now add the last step for the message processing task. In the browser, click the Tools tab, scroll down to the Execute section, and drag Run VBScript into the Design area. Name the step Balance, and click on the Main tab. In the browser, on the Environment tab, change Scope to This Task, scroll down, and drag the variable Balance into the script area. Add a space, type equals, then space. And in the browser, expand the Retrieve Balance and Account step, and then expand Record Set. Drag Balance into the script area at the end of our current line. The script should now read as follows. Click OK to save and close this step. Lastly, let's join up the steps. Click OK to save and close the task. This concludes part 1 of the Retrieve Text Message task. We have created the sub-processing task that handles the SMS message to retrieve the account number and balance query. In the next part, we will begin creating the inbound request task. Thanks for watching.